Today, I'm going to teach you guys how to hit more 200 pumps in Fortnite. This is going to apply to everyone, whether you're on keyboard or mouse, controller, mobile, Switch, everybody's going to learn how to hit more 200 pumps. So if you do find this video helpful, then please don't forget to drop that like, subscribe to my channel. Those things take just a second, but they help me out a ton, so I really do appreciate it. Let's get into it. The first tip that's going to help you hit more 200 pumps in Fortnite is finding the right sensitivity. Now, this is the only aspect of Fortnite where I kind of feel bad for you keyboard and mouse players. Us controller players get sensitivity for literally everything. We have edit sensitivity, build sensitivity, ADS sensitivity, look sensitivity. We can fine tune everything and make everything perfect exactly how we like it. But for you mouse and keyboard players, you just have one master sensitivity that you have to use for your building, your editing, your aiming, for everything. So it's a lot harder for you guys to find a good sensitivity. With that being said, I did do a little bit of research, and here's a few different sensitivities. They're pretty popular among keyboard and mouse players. A lot of people like them. They're a good happy medium, so you can still build and edit properly, but they're also not too fast to the point where you're whiffing all your shots. They're still reasonably slow, so you can hit those really high damage shots. As for us controller players, like I just said, we can fine tune everything, and I actually think I've recently found the best sensitivity for 200 pumping. I've been on this sensitivity for the past about 2 weeks. I've really enjoyed it so far. So with this sensitivity, the ADS is actually really slow, but it being that slow is actually way better because the only time you're gonna ADS is when your crosshair is already right around your opponent's head. So with it being that slow, you can be super accurate in moving it that little bit onto your opponent's actual head and taking your shot. Like I said, I've been using it for a couple weeks now, and it has significantly improved my shotgun aim, especially, along with actually all my aim. My AR aim got way better, but I've seen a pretty big increase in the amount of max damage shotgun shots I've been hitting. The second tip that's really gonna help you hit more 200 pumps in Fortnite is actually this creative map by Panville. This is Panville's free-for-all headshot only map, and recently this has been my absolute favorite creative map for a few different reasons. First of all, this map is actually decently challenging. To score any points or to get any eliminations in this mode, you have to hit a max damage pump shot. That means you can go in and hit a nearly perfect headshot, hit another player for 194 damage, but that shot literally doesn't matter. In this mode, the difference between 194 damage pump shot and a miss is literally nothing. The only shot that matters in this mode is if you hit a max damage 200 pump shot. And the way this is done is your health actually regenerates to 200 in literally like a third of a second. So right after you shoot someone, they're literally gonna be 200 HP by the time you can get another shot off. So this map teaches you a really important quality to have if you want to hit more 200 pumps, and that's that it teaches you to wait and stay patient to hit the best possible shot. So for example, in this map, waiting to take the best possible shot would be to not shoot someone while they're up in the air jumping, but rather wait till they actually land and then you take your shot. That's going to give you a significantly better chance in hitting a high damage shot. But other ways that same quality can be applied is if you were dropping down a couple layers and there was a player below you, instead of shooting them at the top right when you see them, you wait until you fall down a couple layers and get closer to hit a higher damage shot. Or if someone's boxed and you got their wall and Mongrel Classic them, instead of taking that shot right when you ADS and you're looking around their knees, you wait that like half a second until you can drag up your crosshair to their head, and then you take your shot. So basically it's all just about staying patient and not panic shooting when that person first jumps and you either hit a weak body shot or just completely whiff it altogether. The next reason I really like this map is that you're actually practicing against real players. This map has creative matchmaking, which means when you go into the matchmaking, it's gonna match you up with 15 other random players, and so you're not just practicing on static targets, you're practicing against real players that have real player movement, and that's really important to practice because that's what you're gonna be facing in the real game. And the last reason I really like this map is kind of a combination of the previous 2 points. With this mode being actually somewhat challenging and you playing against real players, your practice transfers really easily from this map to the actual game. After playing this map, the amount of max damage shotgun shots that you'll be hitting is actually insane. Even just playing this map for 10 to 20 minutes as an aim warm-up before you hop into the actual game, once you get into your actual game, you'll notice you're hitting way more headshots. It almost like unlocks a part of your brain where you're only willing to shoot if you're lined up on their head. And you get in that mindset because in the map, like I said, there's no difference between a 194 damage shot and a whiff. So you're only looking to hit the most amount of damage, and you having that mindset going into an actual game is super useful. Now, the third tip to get you to hit more 200 pumps in Fortnite is basically just to practice a lot. I mean, you can't have just started playing Fortnite and expect to go and hit a ton of 200 pumps. It just doesn't work like that. You need to play for a decent amount of time to get used to the timing of everything. You need to get a good feel and get good at switching from your builds and editing over to your shotgun, and then how long it takes between pulling out your shotgun and you actually being able to shoot. You need to get a good feel for people's movement to understand what they're gonna do. You need to develop some sort of game sense and understand what people are doing, know how to counter their plays and what placement is going to be best. However, if you keep the tips I mentioned in this video in your head while you're practicing, it'll help you improve significantly faster opposed to if you didn't. As a quick example, I told you guys to be patient and don't shoot someone while they're jumping in the air. Wait until they land. So if you keep that tip in your head when you're in that situation and someone jumps and you might panic shoot, even though you did the wrong thing, if you keep that tip in your head, you'll understand that you did the wrong thing, and then when you go and get in that situation again, you'll know what to do and you'll execute it properly. And that's how you can progress way faster and begin to hit more 200 pumps sooner. So I wish you guys luck on hitting more of those 200 pumps, and I hope to see you in a future video.